Chad and Ryan from Nickelback. It has been a long time, guys. Has it really been 5 years since the last record? Five. So I'm here with Chad and Ryan from Nickelback. It has been a long time, guys. Has it really been 5 years since the last record? 5 years? No.
Yeah, we left the planet for a little while.
Feels like 15. Yeah.
Well, there were a
5
couple of
years.
years that nobody really would have minded leaving the planet for a while. So, but yeah, like time's just going by so quickly. It's great to see your faces, and I want to talk a little bit about San Quentin because, of course, you guys do a little teaser, a little social media teaser, right? And then people start flipping out. It's like the Nickelback metalcore record. It's like Nickelback in the Pit. It's the band back to the very beginning when they were on the metal label. So talk to me, was this sort of done by design? And all you did was a teaser. We don't get it until the 7th of September. And it's great. I've heard it. I was lucky enough to be in a meeting to be able to hear it and stuff. But so was this done by design? 10th record? Let's get back to the roots. Heavy duty metalcore back. What's happening?
I don't think that there was I don't know if we had that much. I definitely think with the previous record, Feed the Machine, we were definitely like, okay, let's make a solid rock record. This one, I don't know if we had that. We were just kind of like, we didn't have an agenda so much with this one. And it's just always fun to lead off with a rocker like this. So, when it kicks off and you hear it's like, whoa. I think it's going to catch some people off guard.
Yeah, I was psyched. Very
it's
exciting.
I like it when it's like, we release the rock song, a rock song typically off our albums first because, well, that we're a rock band, obviously. But I like how the narrative kind of gets going no matter what you do.
No matter what,
especially if you're doing this. It's like with Feed the Machine, we have the guy looking over everybody. It's like, whoa, it's a very deeply political record. Well, there might have been like a couple of songs about that, and then the rest, are just what we're feeling in the moment there. So it's always interesting to see how the narrative kind of gets going on the internet.
Every year with the internet, it gets crazier and crazier,
right?
Though, because all you have to do is post something, and it's like you're there with your schwinger hanging out. Like everyone is on it, and they know, and they've got it all figured out. And so, of course, when you guys posted the teaser, everybody had their sort of agenda for Nickelback. Well, look, for you guys, I look back, I've been at WDHA a long time. I was certainly there in the beginning of the 2000s. And I look back at that era of music. And when I look back at that era of music, I think of you guys. I think of all the songs we played, how you remind me. Well, first of all, like I remember when, Leader of Men came. And you guys it was a super heavy tune. And then How You Remind Me and Photograph and Burn It to the Ground and Saving Me and Somebody and Animals and Figured You Out and Too Bad and Shaking Hands and What Am I Missing and Rockstar and Feeling, Way Too Damn. It was that whole period of time. And you guys came at the period of time where there was a changing of the guard period of time that we get every sort of 6 years, that cyclical out of grunge and into something new that's happening for radio bands and radio formats. So with all of the accolades that you got as a radio band, that comes with the good and the bad. It comes with the blessings and it comes with the curses.
Absolutely.
And I mean, when I look at the body of work that you guys have had, it's mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And I could go through it all, but you guys are probably like, oh, she's going to shut up. But 19 singles on Billboard and 30 awards. I mean, it was just a crazy period of time in that changing of the guard time. So tell me how that's affected you guys personally.
It set the bar.
It's so bizarre. Like, I don't know any band who's gone through what you guys have gone through. It's such a bizarre kind of situation.
It really is.
It is, but I gotta say, it's been a hell of a ride.
Hell of a ride. Insane, right?
for some kids that came out of a small town in Alberta, to be able to stand on stage and sing every night to our fans. It's like I just I used to think I had it all figured out. I'm like, oh, I know how we did it. And then the older I get, I'm just like, nope. We've got horseshoes.
Yep, roll that
Yeah,
tape back. We
right.
were totally wrong with that.
Yeah.
I it's interesting, like you said, when things kind of get cyclical, come and go. As the longer you stay in the business, have a career, you get, hopefully you stick around long enough and are relevant long enough to see the other side sometimes. Because definitely ubiquity has a price, of course, and but in the same breath, though, I still I like going out to playing for the fans, and we have this depth of catalog of stuff that they recognize, and then that's a whole other problem. Do you go out and play just the singles, or do you play some of the songs that we like, the songs that didn't get on the radio? There's some good stuff out there too, and sort of the fans. Do we have enough time? I don't think I've got the stamina of Bruce Springsteen.
No,
I mean,
we don't have there's
those
no
are
way.
some impressive shows.
Yeah, I could not stand on stage and sing all of our singles every single night. There's
It's
no
crazy.
way-
It's
no
crazy.
way in hell.
Even
Great
the
problem to
songs
have.
that weren't like the biggest single, like I didn't mention like This Afternoon, which we always get on, especially like a beautiful New Jersey summer day. We get like 6 weeks of that, but we'll always get requests, for that song. And it's like, yeah, the catalog is just crazy. And I think of you guys literally as a decade of the music of people's lives. And I think that's pretty freaking cool, because I don't think every band can say that.
That's like one of the nicest compliments you can give somebody. I think that's because that's music for me. What's the music? What's the soundtrack to your life? What do you remember when you hear this song? And if you can be that for someone else, I mean, that's the greatest thing. That's the things that last for me.
And I think of you guys too as the big rock and roll show band. I've not ever been to a Nickelback show and not been like, man, this is a big rock show. I mean, you always bring it. There's always a lot going on. Big show, big stage, pyrotechnic, bam, 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 sold out crowd every time. So talk to me. Well, first I want to talk a little bit about San Quentin, because was that derived from everybody sort of feeling like we were in the biggest prison in the world, or no?
That's an interesting take.
That's what I thought anyway. I felt like that.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, we're changing now.
There we go. There we go.
Let's change the narrative right now. No, honestly, it was like I met the warden from San Quentin.
You did? Where?
Yeah.
Where would you meet this guy?
I was at
When were you in jail? How long ago was that?
I was at Guy Fieri's birthday party years ago, and he was there, and I met the guy, and he was a lot younger than, like, you always think of wardens would be like these old, mean, crusty guys, and I always get that image of like Shawshank, right?
Yeah, right. Or like a guy in a 50s movie.
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all, and he was really nice, and the entire time I'm we're talking, and he's talking about his job, and I'm talking about my job, and how different our lives are, and how weird it was that we would be meeting at a at a birthday party like that. But like the whole time I'm just like, I'm writing a song called San Quentin. Like the second I met him, I'm like, I'm writing.
That's amazing.
A tune. Yeah, and that's
amazing.
And then just once the rock riff had kind of popped up, and we were doing the thing, the phrase, can somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quentin? Once I screamed that, it was like, okay, now we know where we're going with the chorus. And then our verses came along, and it's like, okay, so I think this seems like a any weekend in Vegas kind of thing, where you just get into so much trouble and everything's just so over the top. It's like, it's amazing that you don't wind up with the little silver bracelets, and a lot of times you do.
Yeah, right. And I'm not surprised that that's not the photograph approach to songwriting. When you meet the warden from San Quentin. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So talk to me about the big rock shows. 2023, I am hearing, because we've got a new record that's coming out in November, November 18th, called Get Rollin'. Is it going to follow sort of the San Quentin and what the fans seem to be liking about like this heavy Nickelback sound? Or, is it done? Are you guys finished? Are you,
record's done.
It's all done. Okay.
Yeah. It's the record's all over the map, just like all of our records are. They're all
nice. That's what we love about you. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for us. We're just starting off with the big, kick the door down rocker. There's other heavy material on there, but just like I said, like every other Nickelback record, it ebbs and flows, and it's there's something there for every single mood.
Nice. And 2023, I'm assuming
Yeah,
tour time for the back.
Yes. I like the way
That's funny
Well
because in Australia they actually call us the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know if you. So is that how you know that?
Yeah. I kind of do. Like, the back is called, the back's calling the back. The outback is calling the back.
2023.
Yeah. I've heard that before. But yeah, you guys are going to be doing like the big old ginormo dome, rock tour, I'm sure.
That's the rumor on the street. That's what management is telling us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we've been planning this for a while, and everything that you described as our live show, we're gonna bring it again. So we just got to make sure that everybody. It's the same thing we've been saying for however many damn years. It's like, we want you to show up. We want you to sing along. We want everybody screaming along at the top of their lungs. We want the show to take you everywhere, from what we're doing now back to whatever you were doing, in 2001 with How You Remind Me, all the way into like, Photograph and all that, Saving Me and all those things, because every single one of those songs evokes a different memory in somebody else, and that nostalgia just, that's the thing that gets them screaming when you start the tune.
Well, how can I ask you this? How was that 20 years ago? It doesn't feel like 20 years ago. It feels like 5 years ago. That was 20 freaking years ago.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the last 20 is going
Isn't
by,
it?
It's going by pretty fast.
Crazy.
Sing along songs and fire doesn't really get old.
Nope.
So
Nope.
not for
Yeah.
me. I enjoy that. So
Right.
we'll
right.
bring a few surprises on the road. It'll be fun next year. We can't wait to get back out.
Oh, I can't wait to see you guys. And it's always nice to be able to see your faces and get to spend some time with you, and looking so forward to a new record coming out on November 18th. It's called Get Rollin'. San Quentin is the first single. And guys, thank you so much. It's been awesome to hang out with you for a bit. Thanks for giving me the time today, and can't wait to see you in the new year out on the road doing what Nickelback does best, those big giant arena rock and roll shows that not only do we want, but we need in music. So thank you very much.
You are an absolute sweetheart.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you so much.
DHA's Reconnect with Rockers is powered by Karis Lock Company, your full-service locksmith, and Dover Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on Route 46 in Rockaway.